So today we're going to be talking about why a business needs to have an estate plan. It is very important, guys. So we're going to talk about it today. My name is Briana Robertson. I'm the managing attorney here at the law office of Briana C. Robertson, that is based out in Dallas, Texas, but we handle and help businesses everywhere. Um, and yeah, so that is our goal: is we help businesses everywhere to stay legally protected, so that way you can do business in confidence. So let's get into it. Why is it so important for business owners, especially business owners, to have an estate plan? Um, and I guess to get there is you need to know like what an estate plan is. An estate plan is essentially, when we think of estate planning, you start thinking, very morbid, like, oh gosh, we're talking about what happens when we die. And it's a very sad topic, but it needs to be addressed, especially as a business owner. But the common myth is that it's not only dealing with what will happen if you die, it's also what will happen if you're incapacitated and you're not able to think for yourself or to be able to do things on your own. um, what is going to happen to all of your things, and how is it going to run until you're able to get up on your feet, if ever. So that's what an estate plan addresses. And so essentially what estate planning is doing, it is telling the courts and people how you want all of your assets to be divided up, should you pass. It addresses who should take care of you, should you not be able to take care of yourself, and who's going to take care of your things when you're not able to. So these are all things that an estate plan addresses. And as a business owner, you need to make sure that you have this in place, because when you're, unlike a lot of people who don't have businesses, as a business owner, a lot of the things that goes into operating your very being is more complex. The way you operate your financials is more complex. Your assets are more complex, just by nature of being an entrepreneur. For example, as a business owner, one of the things that you want to make sure that you have in your estate plan is, do you have a financial power of attorney? Who is going to handle your finances and the finances of your business when you're not able to? If you're incapacitated, um, or, like, let's say you're in a hospital under a coma or whatever, maybe you're not in your right mind and you're just not able to handle the affairs of your business or your personal finances. Well, if you can't do it, who's going to be the one to do it for you? If you don't have a financial power of attorney or a living trust, which is probably a lot better for businesses, is to have a living trust. If you don't have that in place, then that means that your family is going to have to go through the long process of going through the courts just to get a piece of paper to be able to handle your finances. In the process of all this happening, your finances are going all out of control simply because you didn't have these plans in place. Versus if you take the time to have the proper estate plan in place and having this document, you wouldn't have the situation, because you would already have the paperwork that already appoints who it is that you want to handle all of these things and how you want it to be handled. Um, so, like, one of the things, like I said, a financial power of attorney, to make sure that have these things in place. Do you have, you know, do you have a plan in place, or just what's going to happen to your assets for you and your business? A lot of times, as businesses, you have a lot of assets that belong to your business that you need for your business to continue to operate, and you need to be able to know, like, who's going to be able to have access to what, in case you're not able to have access to it. Who is going to be able to have access to those things, to make sure that your business is continuously able to run, especially if there's things that are like password protected or that is like really confidential. Somebody's going to have to be able to get into this information to keep your business running and your assets protected. And the other thing that you have to address is, like, should you, pass on, what is going to happen to your business? What is going to happen to your assets? Who's going to get all of these, get all of this? Who's going to run your property, all of your things when you pass on? These are things that you want to think about. And if there's a special way or a special way that you want things to be run, you need to have that estate plan in place. Because if you don't, then the only thing that's going to be able to decide how this stuff is going to work is going to be the courts. The courts are going to be the one to decide, and not you. And then now you're going to put your family, why they should be spending time grieving, instead of being able to take the time to grieve, and to heal properly. They now have to go through the extra stress of going through the courts and deciding who's going to get what. And a lot of times when it comes to, death, the passing of a family member, families tend to not be so friendly and family like, and a lot of fighting can take place about who is right, who's going to get what assets are supposed to go to who. Um, and then it's a big fight in the court system that could be dragged on. It's going to then take lots and lots of money, like thousands of dollars, just to figure out how all of these things should be passed down. Um, and a lot of the stuff could be avoided if you just took the time and got um, an estate plan, and having all of these things in place, that it would have just seamlessly passed on, and then your family can spend time actually healing and grieving the way they need to, instead of worrying about all of these other things that you have in place or don't have in place, should I say. And the same thing goes for your business. Instead of groveling about, who should run what in your business and how things should be run, if you have the estate plan in place, it kind of tells them already how this stuff should be run and who's supposed to take care of what. So this is why estate planning is essential, especially for business owners. Hope you found this information to be helpful. If you did, please click like this video, and subscribe to this YouTube channel. That way you can be notified whenever we have new videos that drop, so that way you can legally protect your business. Once again, my name is Briana Robertson, managing attorney at the law office of Briana C. Robertson. You can click the link below to figure out how to get in contact with my business. Visit my website at bcrobertsonlaw.com, or you can contact us at 214-432-5972. Until next time, have a good one, guys.